To some, it's never an easy task to partake, and to some, they have very good stories of how they started from scratch and built their empires to profitability. And that's the reason why Business Kenya and MC Moments have partnered to bring you Biz Talks. And here we shall be hosting mentors, people who have gone ahead of us, people who have created these empires, people who have also on the verge of creating these particular big businesses. And these lessons will be valuable for you, the business person, for you, the aspiring business person, the entrepreneur, so that at least building that business. So every Friday at 8 a.m. on all business platforms, that's the Facebook and YouTube channel, and of course MC Moments. Hey, good morning and welcome to Biz Now. Of course, we are going to have a conversation right here on Biz Talks, and thank you so much for always tuning in. Apologies for starting late. We had one or two, three things, and but we have to do it nonetheless. First of all, just to wish everybody a good Friday, and especially to our Christian brothers and sisters. Of course, during this season, we celebrate with you together right here at Biz Talks. Now, the subject for today is very critical. Such a moment where we are facing crisis after crisis. We had the first wave, posed a little bit so that at least hoping that things will come up, vaccines coming, then there's another third wave, lockdowns and all those kind of things. And I know these things has been hitting you hard, especially for you business persons, even the employees and everybody else. Now, how do we keep on keeping on, especially during this time? How do we keep on leading, especially during these hard times? Of course, that's the subject for today, and we're going to be talking about leading in crisis or leading through crisis. And we have the coach in the house who is going to be helping us doing this. Robert Burale, it's good to see you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here.
I know. Have you been vaccinated?
Not yet, but I will.
But you will?
I will.
Okay.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
We need to do that, by the way.
Yeah, I will.
So before we proceed on,
right,
as usual, we normally have a service here, courtesy of Melbournes Tea.
Okay.
And we have all this. I don't know whether you have already managed to select one.
Oh, I know Melbournes Tea.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic.
Tell me about it. So, is there any favorite that you like? Because I would like you to choose from here. We have a very nice choices here that you can make.
Purple is the color of royalty, so purple tea would do.
My goodness. I've never tried purple, and I will do it today.
Purple tea will do.
Yeah, it will do.
Purple tea will do.
Interesting enough, last month, so you can pick one there.
Right.
Please stand for me the cup, because I'm going to serve you some hot water.
All right, sir.
I have never tried the purple tea, but I'll do that. But I'll tell you, the month of March, we only had lady guests here.
Okay.
Just, of course, celebrating them, courtesy of International Women's Day.
Right.
And when we did that, there was a lot of purple tea flowing.
Okay. Can I try green cinnamon?
There's cinnamon as well.
Sweet cinnamon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you have a lot of choices there.
Yes, yes. I'm a lawyer. And being a lawyer is an eating program.
It's an eating program.
And a drinking too. Tea, that is.
There's a joke I had. Actually, I think you're the one who shared it somewhere.
Tell me, if it's a good one, it was me.
That if you throw a stone in Nyanza...
Yes, you'll hit a graduate. You will hit a graduate, yes.
But if you throw one in Luya?
It's a portion you'll hit. In Central Province, it's a pro box you'll hit.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Melbournes Tea is good.
Melbournes Tea is good, absolutely.
Yes.
And so shout out to the crew at Melbournes Tea. Today I want to try something different.
Right.
I'll try this. What have you tried? Cinnamon.
I'm on sweet cinnamon.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing as well. So if you're watching, please click on the share button right now, because we're going to have an amazing time here talking about leadership. How do we navigate through this particular season, especially during now? There's a part always of leading yourself and of course leading others. So thank you so much, sir, for coming.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Now,
it was a pleasure.
You're known to me, but to most people, maybe this is their first time saying,
right.
Oh, okay, this guy, who is this guy?
Who is this
smartly dressed guy? Black man. So I would want to give you the honor of just introducing yourself in detail.
Whoa, in detail?
Yes.
Who am I?
Yes.
Well, I'm just an easy guy. I'm Robert Burale. I'm a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I'm an author. I'm a leadership trainer. I am a father to the most beautiful girl in Eastern Central Africa. South of the Sahara and north of Limpopo.
Yeah.
I am the founder of The Naked Truth, and of course the lead trainer at the Robert Burale School of Leadership.
Yeah.
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's really me. I'm just a man trying to be better tomorrow than I am today.
Wow.
Yes, it's just that, really, really.
Good. It's
Yes.
good to know. It's good to know.
Yes.
And such an amazing time as well during this season to have a conversation with you.
Right.
And maybe I just want to throw you into the deep right now and ask you how you faring on during this season personally.
Whoa, it was tough at the beginning because it caught everybody flat-footed.
Yeah.
I'm no different.
Yeah.
But there comes a time when you're thrown into the deep end, you have to swim, because if you don't swim, you'll drown.
Yeah.
And if you drown, you'll die. So we needed to quickly adjust. I did quickly adjust my feet and stand firm.
Yeah.
So if I say it's all good and beautiful, then I'll be lying, because this pandemic has come with its own pressures and surprises.
Absolutely.
But having said that, there is a way you can look for light, or be the light that will light up the dark path.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's always something
Absolutely.
to look up to.
You just have to look for it.
You're right.
Yes.
So, I don't know whether this is okay,
Right.
but you went public. You went public and it got affected. You were among the first guys who we...
Somebody told me I was patient number 5.
Yeah, you were among the
I think I was patient number 5.
Patient number 5.
Yes.
It's interesting because, and it's look at it in a twist.
Right.
Because you were among the patient, now number 5, the first guys, people
Yes.
thought it's just a game. Now look at the situation.
Right.
And names have turned into friends, and people now.
I remember when I went public.
Yeah.
So some clever blogger decided to say I've been paid 20 million by the government to promote this pandemic. I don't know why I would do that. 20 million is not bad, but
Yeah.
my value system will not allow me to do that.
Oh my goodness.
I think at that time people were in denial.
Yeah, there's a lot of denial.
They're like, no, this thing is not here.
It's not real.
If you ask people now,
Yeah.
the answers will be different, because somebody
Yeah.
knows somebody.
Yeah.
And if they don't know somebody, they are the person somebody knows because they are sick. Wow. It's now so much in it that the truth of the matter is somebody knows somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so deep that it's crazy.
You're right.
It is crazy.
In fact, somebody pointed out that now.
Let me shout out to Elliot Ngugi. He's watching. Eh?
Oh, he's watching.
Good man.
Oh, Ellie's watching.
Ellie's watching.
He's a good man. He's a good man. Keep watching, sir.
I tell him he's Luo. His dressing is not from Central Kenya.
Yeah.
Yes. The man dresses smart.
Yeah, he's a smartly dressed lawyer.
Yes, yes.
Now, I just wanted to say that, somebody commented and said that on social media now it's turning almost to an obituary, because people now are beginning to share friends, family that are affected, and we hope and pray that people keep taking care of themselves even now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about a very interesting subject today, leadership, and it's an amazing time to actually really, talk about this kind of conversation.
Can I have a sip of my tea?
Yeah, please do.
Because I can't function, I'm a lawyer.
The reason actually why there's tea there, and I'm talking a lot as well, is to give you that chance to sip.
Hallelujah. This is good.
Goodness.
Now let's start. My system is up now.
Okay, the system is up.
Right.
Leadership. Tell us about, first of all, your leadership journey.
Yes.
Because I don't know whether leaders are born or made, but maybe probably from your journey you will help us know.
Yes.
What's your journey?
Wow. I stumbled into this. First and foremost, I believe there's something in us that brings out a leader.
Yeah.
And in the path to leadership, God positions men and women. But besides men and women, there are situations that can make you rise up to the occasion. Okay. So for me, really, from primary school, I had leadership qualities because I was given prefect when I was in high school. Yeah. I was made the head student of a school, I was in a school called Bungoma High School. Yeah. I was leader in delegations, in debate clubs and all that.
Wow.
And
yeah, you're well spoken.
Thank you.
Looks like
thank you very much. No, I was. During my year, I got the best public speaker in the country.
Wow.
I'm just whispering. Yeah. So what happened is, I think leadership manifested as time went on.
Yeah.
Because and my leadership was born out of situations. Of course, there are people around my life that God brought to bring that out. But for me, every time I'm caught in a situation, then I'm supposed to get myself out of that situation. Yeah. And then the people around, they do get inspired, for lack of a better word. Yeah. I prefer inspirational kind of leadership. So my journey has been that.
Okay.
Situations come, and then I have to surmount, and then get out of that. And then a few people ask me, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Then can I learn from you?
So learning through the lessons.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
And it's actually better off and practical.
Yes.
So it's interesting. Everybody has an interesting way how leadership just gets into them.
Yes.
So I want to probably put you on spot.
Please do.
Are leaders born or are they made?
A leader is born and they're manifested.
Okay, that's an
Some leaders are born and they never get to leadership because it is something in them, but then it's up to them to ignite that spark to turn it into a fire. And also some people have leadership in them, but they're not humble enough to sit under another leader to bring out that which is in them. That's why you can never be a person of authority if you're not a person under authority.
Hey, taking notes, guys. You cannot be a person of authority
if you're not a person under authority. Somebody has been where you aspire to go to.
Is that the place of mentorship?
It is the place of mentorship. And mentorship is not competition. If I want you to mentor me, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. And don't tell me to look for you. You look for me.
The people who say, you know, they have to do the extra mile as well.
Yeah, don't look for me.
Yeah.
Don't look. If I want you to mentor me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't have to teach you everything.
Yeah.
You catch some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still delving on your personal journey.
Right.
I'm sure you have come across the challenges that have really shaped you to the person that you're in now.
Yeah.
So my quick question would be this: how did you always navigate some of these challenging times? And I'm talking about that because in your book, and maybe if I may, let me first of all show the one that I've already read cover to cover.
Yes,
this is Mask Off by the coach himself, Robert Burale.
Yes.
And you know, this book is full of challenges that you had to face. My goodness, I read through and I was like, hey, how do you survive all this? You guys, you're here, it's a miracle.
Yes.
Now, and I'm sure this is part of the leadership journey.
Yes.
So how did you navigate all through some of this? I know there could be many instances, different ways of how to navigate, but in general, how did you navigate through this?
Number one is there's something in me that I should never die.
Yeah.
I cannot, because there are many people who are dead but still alive. So for me is that I have this pact within myself that nothing that comes my way should kill me before my time. I'm not dying anytime soon physically.
You're not.
You know? So there are other people who situations come and they hide.
Yeah.
They stop doing that which they're called to do. What they're passionate about, they stop, they go cold. I was watching something on TV yesterday, and Joe Gale said Kenyans have become trollers that has made other people run away from manifesting who they're supposed to be.
You're right. I checked that out because now people are afraid of even coming out. Now,
for me, and I'll tell you, MC, is I'm not going to go down and escort people. I'm not going to sit under a tree and I say, let me pack my bags and go to Busia and live a quiet life. I wasn't brought to this world to be quiet. We were all brought here to make impact. So any situation that comes, you ask God, what am I supposed to learn? Even good situations. Now, I'll tell you why I'm saying that. Some good things come to teach us, but we forget what you're supposed to learn and gloat in the glory of the good things that have come. So if you gloat beyond the stipulated time, you miss the class time. So every good situation that comes, you have to learn. Every bad situation, you have to learn. So for me, if you, as you said, you read my book, of course, is that I make sure that in any pain, I look for the blessing.
Wow.
In any scar, I look for the treatment.
Wow.
In every tear, I look for direction.
Hey.
I told you once I have tea here.
We need more tea here, my goodness. And I hope you will check it in because you know what? Somebody today is going to walk home with a book and even his latest book. Let me just tell the people about it. There's this latest book, 365 with the coach.
Nuggets of wisdom.
Nuggets of wisdom.
Wisdom today guarantees tomorrow. Foolishness today guarantees tomorrow never comes.
Can I read a sentence here?
Please do.
The power of zero. My goodness.
Yes, the power of zero. And that's one of the things that have pushed me in as far as leadership and surmounting all challenges. Zero tolerance to mediocrity.
You know, you've just mentioned something very important, that I think if I may sum it up, and you let me know, correct me if I'm wrong, that everybody has something to give.
Absolutely.
That means everybody has leadership in them.
Yes. But the problem is we feel leadership is standing in a political podium. Leadership is being a CEO. No. Leadership is even when you have one child.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody.
Even the mother taking care of the kids in that
leadership.
house is leadership.
Because you're leading them. But where are you leading them towards? Or where are you leading them to?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Still on the spot again, I want you to describe one of your biggest failures, if you can remember one, and a lesson that you learned out of it. Just getting a bit practical.
Biggest failure is my marriage.
Wow.
I was married for 1 year, 2 days. Don't deny me my 2 days. I know that's where you're going. I mean, that to me...
It's the count, it's a specific...
Yeah, I know. That to me, I think, was a failure, to be honest with you.
Okay. And I'm sure that was branded you big time to many other circles.
Yes. And you know, Christians act as if they're the deputy Holy Spirit. They will tell you things, you know. They decide, why did you divorce? Why? You know, you're a demon. You know, some, not all anyway.
Yeah.
It was a failure because, you know, you enter into something and you say, this is for life.
Yeah.
But life happens.
Yeah.
So it's something that, to be honest, I know, MC, I'm not the kind of person who comes and acts as if I am, everything is perfect, you know, A to Z. Where you have failed or where you should have done better, it is good to accept.
Yeah.
And that's who I am.
That's true.
Does it work for me? Sometimes it opens me up to attack. But you know what? As long as I'm authentic.
Yeah.
So that was one of the dark moments where I feel, you know what? I will never run away from that tag of a divorcee.
That's true.
Yeah, you know, and the public know how to remind you.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I go on TV to discuss apple juice, for example. They'll tell you, you're divorced. What are you telling us about apple juice? So those are the things, you roll with the punches.
Yeah.
So because of that, I am very, very big on helping people not walk out of their marriages.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, somebody says that experience is the best teacher, but you don't have to go through it. That means you can learn from people who have gone through.
Yes, and that's wisdom.
Yeah.
That's wisdom. That is wisdom. And you know, many have come to me and ask me, we're going through this and I'm looking for divorce. I said, stop looking for divorce, because if you look for it, you'll get it.
My goodness.
I mean, some people divorce because you are not given the phone password. People have become fickle in this day and age. People are separating for small things. Phone password.
Things they could...
Phone password. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think we also need to tell these young people who are getting into marriage that it is not a walk in the park. You need to be intentional. Yeah. Otherwise, they will be separating for every small issue.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wow, my goodness. And I like the comments. We have a lot of engagement today, so keep them coming, keep the questions coming. I'll select some that will go home with the book.
Yes.
You know, you never know.
Absolutely.
So keep on conversing with us. So let's get back to leadership now.
Right.
How do you know? I know everybody, yes, as we have said, has that element of leadership within them.
Yeah.
But somebody would ask the question, how do I know that I'm a leader?
Because you have a follower.
So you have no follower, you can...
If you're on Facebook and you don't even have a follower, even your own brother, please just come for prayers. But I mean, let's go as far as, let's just go to social media.
Yes.
If you're a leader.
You're a leader.
They're following you for something.
Yeah.
Where are you taking them?
That's a good one.
Some people take them to see naked photos.
Yeah.
Others take them to places of inspiration.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if you have one person looking up to you, MC, you're a leader.
Absolutely.
You don't need 1,000 people. Because what happens is, the one person looking up to you, to guide them, at some point, may have 1 million people following them. Case in point, Billy Graham.
Yeah.
Whoever preached to Billy Graham and led Billy Graham to Christ, by extension, affected and impacted over 280 million people.
My goodness.
Yeah. So the one person you're leading may be a president at some point.
Maybe the person.
Yes, and it is through your leadership. But the problem, there is this lie that we have bought that you must have 100,000 people looking up to you. No. One person who looks up to you makes you a leader.
Lovely.
That's leadership.
I think that qualifies everybody.
That is leadership. Everybody on the face of this earth is a leader. So what we need to ask ourselves, as they follow me, where am I taking them? Yes.
That's a good question. Why are you taking them?
Yes.
Because even a mother, a father, you have even your children looking up to you.
Absolutely.
Lovely. Statement here.
Right.
You can't lead others before you lead yourself. Help us understand that statement.
I agree with that 155,000%.
Yeah.
You got to find you first. I've said this before, identity is an inside job.
Yeah.
You first now have to have an introspection. Stand in front of the mirror and have a conversation with the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
Look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. Do a SWOT analysis on yourself and look at where you are not strong and where you are strong. Because people follow authentic leaders.
Yeah.
I would not follow a leader who gives me an impression he or she is 100% perfect. I run away, I put my feet on my shoulders and I disappear.
Yeah.
Because that's not a real person.
Yeah.
So what you do is you have to understand your strong points, amplify your strong points, which automatically dilutes your weak points.
Yeah.
Not completely eradicates them. So when people follow you, like for example, if people who follow me say, now we want you to have a seminar to talk to us about finances, I'm not an authority in finances because I've understood that's my strong point. Otherwise, if I say I know everything and I start teaching them that and then I take them to a ditch, that's wrong leadership.
Absolutely.
So understand who you are, look at your strong points and tell people, this is the side that I want you to hold on to most. You understand? And then leadership tells you that if this is your strong point, and the people who coalesce around you, one could be strong in your area of weakness. So leadership is picking the right fruit for whatever plate.
Wow.
So I'm good in this, but somebody around me is good in this. For me, I have a gentleman called Benjamin Amolo. He was an addict for 17 years. So when I have some of these cases, as a leader, I say, let me bring that gentleman. He's well spoken, but besides that, he has been through that route. So you know, okay, fine, I have the platform, but let me carry this one because I'm going to speak to university students. And when I come to that bit, bring him forth, let him talk. Leadership is not being selfish. Leadership is building others.
Hey! Sip some tea, my guy.
Let me sip some sweet cinnamon.
But then I'll tell you a story because as you're speaking, there's something that just clicked my mind now. There's you worked with the current Nairobi Women Rep.
Yes.
Esther Pasari is a woman I honor.
Yes.
And the reason is because after my high school, back in those years, we went for advice from her, and she did not throw us off. She was big then at the Dr. Light company.
Dr. Light, where I worked as well at some point.
And she said the secret that I am not all that sharp, by the way, but I employ sharp people. And then I came to meet you.
Yes.
And you were working with her, and I was like, hey, so you're one of the sharp guys, right?
No, she's a great lady.
So as you're saying, sometimes you want to look at your weaknesses. And, you know, fill them up with people who, you know, work through those particular gaps.
Absolutely. But some leaders want to do everything.
It's not possible.
No.
Okay. So before we get to now discussing some of the values leaders need to embrace. I want us to just shout out a few people. I can see a lot of your followers.
Oh, yes. There are many. We have Benjamin Amolo. We have my sister Mpendo Wanguria. We have a Pondi from Canada, my great sister, a good friend. I mean, they're all watching, man.
Amazing, amazing. So keep those questions coming. Keep all those comments coming in as well. Oh my goodness, there are quite a number of people here watching. Thanks a lot for that. And please share this particular conversation because everybody...
Seeing Haggai Abraham is one of the great leaders that we know.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Now, so, values of leaders.
Yes.
What are some of these critical ones that at least every leader should have?
Authenticity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Authenticity.
If you're not authentic, you have no business being a leader. No, you'll disappoint people later in life. You got to be authentic. You got to have focus. You have got to have foresight and insight.
Foresight and insight.
You know within you, and you see without you.
Wow.
When you see forward, you know where to take people. One great gentleman, I'm sure you've heard of these words because I know you're a reader.
Yes.
He said, I have been to the mountain top.
I know that guy.
And I have seen. Now, Pondi is saying she's not my sister. Okay, my darling. My very good friend, yes. Pastor Eric Binges is also watching. Pastor Gikonyo, thank you. So one leader said, I have been to the mountaintop.
Yeah.
Watch this. The mountaintop is a lonely place.
Very.
Not many want to go through the rigors of going up the mountain.
It's crazy.
So leadership is going to places that people have not been because there are thorns and thistles. Absolutely. So you go to cut, and they will cut you for the scars.
Yeah.
Any great leader has some scars. And then he says, I have been to the mountaintop. A leader must be able to see before he calls people to follow him.
Wow.
All right?
Yeah.
And then he says, I have seen. I have seen.
Seen it.
Not I have looked. Looking is for very weak people.
Yeah.
Seeing does not need eyes, but vision. Looking needs eyes, because I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the cameras, I'm looking at the crew.
Yeah.
But I see with the eyes of vision. So the naked eyes look, the eyes of vision see. And it says, I have seen the promised land.
Oh, yeah.
What does that tell you? People who follow you must hold on to a promise.
Yeah.
Where are you taking us?
Wait,
so now I promise you I'm taking you to a promised land.
Yeah.
So what he saw then manifested when Barack Obama became president. It didn't happen in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Happened
for the
much.
years.
Any leader who cannot see 10 years from now should go back to ABC of leadership.
Go back to class.
Yes. And that's what I've said before.
Yeah.
I'm not a believer of New Year's resolution. It's the biggest lie that was sold to this generation. Short term, mid term, and long term. Short term, 2 years.
Yeah.
Mid term, 5 years.
Yeah.
Long term, 10 years. So we start our short term plan today.
Yeah.
2 years is the end of our short term. Mid term is 5 years.
Yeah.
So when you finish your short term, you don't start your 5 years mid-term. So once you're done with your 2-year plan, which is your short term, it means you're in the 3rd year of your mid-term plan. Then once you're done with your 5 years, you don't start 1 to 10 for your long term.
Yes.
It means now you are 5 years into your long-term plan.
The long-term
it
plan.
means then what you plan now for your short term, there must be a string that holds it to the long term. It keeps you focused. Otherwise, you'll get people today, they're selling kachumbari, tomorrow they're selling peanut butter, the other day they're selling Q-Tex, you get confused.
Yeah.
But if you have an intertwined plan, and of course, as time goes by, you chop and change, but you don't lose the mainstream.
Yeah.
Corona came.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you kill your plan, but you can adjust strategically to fit in the season. But your eye is still on the prize.
You know, you're so practical, because I have just remembered that almost a year ago, at a time like this, we had an online conversation with you. And, you know, guys can go to MC Moments and check.
Yes.
And Robert said this, that, you know, it's a time to sit back and not just relax, but start reinventing yourself and doing other things. And you said you have started thinking about your second book.
Absolutely.
And guess what? It's on the table.
Yes.
Hey, my guy, you need this. Actually, you need some extra cup of tea, because we are talking to the real leader here. Let me just add some more.
God bless you.
If you need to make it conk, we are not running short of the tea.
Thank you. Thank you. My goodness. No, Melbournes is good.
Tell your friend to tell another friend that, you know what, this conversation is important.
Yes.
Because we are developing you, whether you're a business person or anything else.
Yes.
You need to develop yourself as a leader.
Right.
Now, we've talked about the values, and I love the fact that you said authenticity is what sells. And by the way, don't we need this a lot, especially in our country? I don't want to speak too much about that.
Yes, we do.
That. Yeah.
We
so
do.
as a must-have, that's very important.
Yes. Focus, insight, foresight.
But you know, bro, I have to ask you this question.
Right.
Though. There could be a leader who is watching.
Right.
And sometimes, and this is just from the bottom of my heart, I worry of the generation of young people that is coming after us. Why? Because I've traversed this country, doing debates around the country.
Yes.
Young people, amazing potential leaders who are coming out with strong values. But who are the people they're meeting outside? It's people who just cut deals, people who can't tell you how they made their money.
Yes.
You can't really substantiate this is how this person worked all their way up, and they are all out now. I don't know. Just a comment. I know we don't want to mention names or do anything, but just a comment to such leaders. so that at least they can look back and see who they're bringing up?
You see, the problem with some of the current leaders, and we've got to say it as it is.
Absolutely.
I'm not mentioning names.
Yes.
Is we have sold leadership as an avenue to enriching yourself in the shortest time possible.
Yeah.
So we have very few leaders who want to go into leadership to impact, infect, and affect people positively. We have gone into leadership to see what we can amass for ourselves and our immediate family.
Yeah.
So when your story is written, when you die, it is said you are rich.
Yeah.
If that's all that was said, you wasted your life. But we need to get leaders who will, the moment they sign off from this world, people will say, thank you for this guy. My generations have gone to school.
Wow.
Now, the problem also with the young people, because hear me, you are not forced to follow any leader in any aspect, political, church, corporate, whatever.
Yeah, you have your choice.
So if you follow leader A, who is violent, well, you want to be violent.
Absolutely.
No one has forced you.
Yeah.
So there's an array of leaders, and we still have very good leaders. But the problem, many good leaders have no followers.
Yeah.
Because they're not flamboyant. In fact, there are some leaders who are good leaders, but ahead of their time. But we need to change the narrative. That if I'm following you, please show me where you're taking me. Don't show me what you're giving me. Show me where you're taking me.
Show me where you're taking me.
Because once you show me where and you set me off on a journey, if one day your tire bursts and you have to go off the road, I will also not stop. I will keep on moving because I'll have taken the baton of leadership from you, because as I follow you, others were following me. But we have leaders who, if I have a tire burst and I stop off the road, the followers must stop because you haven't told us where you're taking us.
That's true.
So they have to wait for you to fix your tire. Yes, but show me where you're taking me.
Absolutely.
Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela showed. So when they rested, the journey didn't stop.
It still went on.
Yes. And I'll tell any leader, if you never raise anybody, you wasted your time and you wasted our time.
In fact, somebody else said this, and I love what you're saying, that if you have to be present for anything to happen, then you're not empowering your followers. Goodness Lord, let's get into now, especially to the business people now, because we have a global crisis.
Right.
It has hit us not once here in the country, because now there's a second lockdown, of course, it's just limited to the counties.
Yes.
But you have seen people left, right, and center going even to the streets saying, you know what is all this? And there's somebody who owns a restaurant, 5 employees or 10. Immediately the president comes and makes this announcement. Of course, for the greater good, he has to make the tough choices, and send people home. Somebody has to close shop.
Yes.
Somebody has to, do some, hard decisions like cutting people's salaries and all that.
Absolutely.
So, business owners who are also leaders respectively, and even employers and even CEOs of companies are having a hard time, having to make these tough decisions.
Right.
I don't know what would be your immediate first advice, first of all, to the people who have to make these choices and the people who are getting affected.
Right.
So,
number one, leadership involves making the most unpopular decisions. And some right decisions, some very right decisions, tend to be some very unpopular decisions. So leadership is really biting the bullet. But having said that, yes, you have to make the decisions, whether CEO, whether the president and all that. But even as you lock down the country, you fire people, you also have to have some contingency plans.
True that.
So as you tell me you cannot go here, you also tell me, but we have worked away that the banks will give you a moratorium. this, we have sorted the tax relief and all those things. Because this pandemic has not surprised us. It's been with us now, it's second year now. Yeah. So what happens is there has to be a well thought out plan, even in the corporate world. Or we have to downsize. Okay, we are going to fire you, but go to finance office, they will give you a package. Yeah, absolutely. There has to be tears, but there has to be something that will wipe one eye. That's how it's supposed to be. But decisions must be made. This pandemic is very annoying. I don't want to go deep into this issue because there's so many theories. I believe some, to be honest with you. Some things don't make sense. Not about the country, but the world over. Some things just don't make sense. And for us, maybe who understand the scriptures very well, we may have a deeper insight of what is happening.
My goodness. Is that a conversation for another day?
That's a conversation for another day. That will end up with an audio.
I want to have that because I have questions.
Yes.
Can I tell you one of the questions I have? Oh, these Sputnik. People getting vaccinated and saying they feel Russian. And then there's this other. And so I was even debating and asking guys, friends on Facebook, what's up?
I want to feel Russian. Hello, my name is Robert Burak.
I know, and I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we just really hope for the best in all this.
Yes.
So let's proceed on with this conversation. And how do you inspire leadership to your teams that you're telling, you're going to take a pay cut, or you're going home for some time until, I know of hotels that send people all of them home and closed, you know. How do you inspire, your team at this particular time when it's this crazy? And, of course, having to know that what are these employees who are looking up to these employers feeling? How do you inspire them?
First, empathy.
I love that.
Don't just say because you're in a position of power, you're the CEO, and say, sorry, things are tough, so you got to go home. You have to make them understand and see that you're feeling their pain, and you're also going through their pain. Because a CEO may be earning 1,000,000 shillings, and a cleaner may be earning 100 shillings. If you're gonna tell the cleaner you're gonna get a pay cut of 40 shillings, you, the CEO, must also take a pay cut of 400,000. They have to see that you're in this journey together. Otherwise, it is us versus them. I read something. The poor are not sleeping.
They're not.
But the rich are also not sleeping because the poor are awake. You don't know what will happen next time. But that bitter, let me tell you, the worst battle you can ever want to go in is the battle between the rich and the poor. That's a dangerous battle.
It's a very bad one.
But you have to show these people that, you know what, I feel you. I'm also going through this. Yes, in another level because of my position, but I'm also feeling the pinch.
Does empathy then also encompass sometimes also stretching your hand to help them out?
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen, I think, was it Governor Waiguru saying to the golfers, the guys who play golf, that I know golfers mean something else in muscles.
I know. Okay, to the golfers, the real ones.
Said, because golf is not happening, why can't these golfers feed the caddies?
Season. I saw that sort of comment.
We have to see that the ones who, have taken a pay cut, but because of their financial elasticity, they still have some, take care of the rest. I mean, go over and above your call of duty.
Absolutely.
Let your heart come forth now. This is a time to love each other. I kid you not. And let me tell you something. This is very spiritual. Anybody, and please take this to the bank because this will help you and anybody watching. Anybody who does not show empathy in this season will miss out on a prophetic move that is happening for 5 years.
Whoa.
Yes. God is testing the hearts of men in this season.
My goodness.
We'll take an offering later.
An offering later, right? By the way, did you guys know that Robert is also a pastor? Maybe I just need to tell people that. So,
when I was 6 years, my mother told me that a man of God said to her that son of yours will be a preacher when I was 6 years old.
6 years?
I love preaching.
Now see you.
Yes, I love preaching. I love preaching.
Okay, so I have something else.
Yes.
Crisis creates opportunities and clarity.
Yes.
So, of course, I may want to ask you to expand on that, but I want to even dig a bit practical and ask you, Are there opportunities that you want to tell people, you better open your eyes and see them?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
There's a blessing in the pain. Light shines brightest in darkness. Today, the most important people are border people.
By the way,
they are more important than a 4x4 driving guy on sitting back left.
Absolutely.
Why? There's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, in this season, the digital has taken over, and not for a season. From now on.
Wow.
Now, if you do not embrace the digital space in whatever business you're doing, whether you're a farmer, but now you look for people who are also shining in this season. If I'm selling gouache, gouache sweet potatoes, right, for international viewers.
Yes.
Now, if you're selling gouache, so you are very good in doing sweet potatoes. Your farm is doing well and you're selling the best of the best.
Yeah.
You now have to be in contact with somebody who has a motorbike.
Absolutely.
All right?
Yeah.
And then you say, okay, fine, I have clients here, please deliver this there. So the digital space is what you use to advertise.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of people having time online. You understand? The churches, pastors.
Yeah.
I know they used to say Facebook is demonic.
Yes.
Now, hello, you have to be on Facebook.
You have to
now,
be there.
you also have to understand
Digital.
how to be on this digital space.
Yeah.
Not that we are coming on and you are shouting as if you're preaching in a crusade. Now, you have to understand what it entails. Another thing you have to know is that now people, the end user, are scared of going to public places.
Yeah.
So rarely will you find cloth shop full. Just say, listen, this is our catalog online, and within Nairobi, we will deliver within 48 or 24 hours of receiving your payment.
Wow.
And then you're in touch with the motorbike guy, and you tell them, listen, this is RB wear. So I'm going to make for you jackets that are written RB wear.
Yeah.
When you're delivering my stuff, you're going as RB wear. So the end user says, this service is the best. And if somebody likes your service, they become your marketing agent without a salary because they'll advertise to other people. When a guy is done with your delivery, he can remove the RB wear and go on with your Glovo. You understand? So it's looking for people who you can work together with.
Yeah.
This is a time we have to hold hands and then move together.
Absolutely.
Where are we right now? We're in the digital space, you and I. People are watching us online right now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. This book, people will order online.
Yeah. Mask Off and 365 with the coach. My goodness, this book, somebody's going to go home with it.
Yes.
Let me just get to some of our viewers. There's Irene Nyaga, tuned in, great program, thanks a lot. There's a question from Wangari. Hey, I see you. Is it really practical in this country to have the kind of leadership you are talking about, empathetic leaders?
It is possible. It is possible. They are there. I also blame the followers. We call empathetic leaders weak.
Yeah.
Yet they're the strongest.
They're the strongest. Wow.
Leadership is not fighting. Leadership is guiding.
Yeah.
And guiding towards the right direction. Yes.
So there is possibility.
There.
Absolutely.
They're there.
Yeah.
But the problem is we bash empathetic leaders. We call them weak.
Yeah.
So they don't manifest because we kill them before they start.
Wow.
And yet we need them. Yes, we need them.
You know, I've just remembered something you mentioned. And you said borders are actually the most important.
Yes.
In fact, I want to tell anyone who knows a border person, they better check Neighbor Capital. You know what? They have done a research and they're doing a program.
Right.
Because the combined revenue of all borders in the country, around 1.4 million, is bigger than even the Safaricom's, annual revenue.
You see?
That is a force that if well harnessed. So stop looking at the other side of borders. They are such a big force.
Absolutely.
In this country.
Yes.
Thanks for that. Weekly from Bani, if you're not empathetic in this season of pandemic, you're going to miss out in the next 5 years of prophetic season. Powerful.
I hope people never forget what I've just said.
Yes.
We are in a test. And I'll say that again.
Yeah.
If you are not empathetic or sympathetic to people in this season, you are canceling 5 years of a prophetic move.
Wow.
Sadly, some people will realize this the hard way when they miss out on the next 5 years.
Goodness. Just jumping into some of the comments, Opio, empathetic leader, can be taken advantage of at times. Any word on that?
Yes, it's true.
Yes.
It's very true. But as a leader, you also have to know when to move, when to stop, you know, when to open your eyes and when to close your eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rosa Momera, leaders should know that there is a blessing in giving, but doesn't have to be money as well.
Absolutely. Giving off your time.
Yeah.
Giving off your knowledge.
Yeah.
Giving off your insight and foresight.
Absolutely.
Actually, the best thing you can do, watch this. Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
One of the greatest men right now. I mean, he has gone over the sports and now has become an influencer.
Yes.
Beyond the golfing circles.
Absolutely.
But
it's such an inspiration now.
A leader who had insight and foresight to place a golf club on his hands. The worst you can do to somebody is give him a golf club when you're supposed to give him a guitar, or giving a guitar when you're supposed to be holding a golf club. Insight and foresight.
Insight and foresight.
And whoever put the golf club in his hands is long gone. But his legacy still lives. People enjoying golf and many other things through Tiger Woods because of one man. Al Woods, who died. But he saw something when nobody knew who Tiger Woods is.
Wow. And I hope he's well. Last I checked, he had an accident.
Yes.
That guy's an inspiration, man.
That's leadership.
When
I look at my bishop, David Moredi, he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And that's leadership.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you are there.
That's leadership.
But I love the fact that you're still under the mentorship.
Oh, you can never be a person of authority if you're not a person under authority. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
If I receive a call from my bishop and tells me I need to see you urgently, we'll have to wind up.
Bishop, don't call now.
We'll have to wind up and I'll go.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I understand.
Yeah. He calls me, I'll go.
That is lucky nowadays, you know, especially in the young people, they're just having peer-to-peer conversations and deciding things on themselves.
Allow me to speak to the young people.
Yeah.
That's why the young people are moving fast to an address called nowhere. It's a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Because we think we'll only listen to people who have a big bank balance.
Yeah.
Not realizing some of the professors were educated with people who couldn't afford their own school fees. Now, we think, you know, one thing I love, like I went to the village last year, sat with my mom. The things I got from her, just a few words of wisdom, is worth more than gold in weight.
Wow.
We are raising a generation that feels unless you wear a good suit, then you cannot be my mentor. I can't listen to anything. Some of the greatest wisdom is in the village. But we are too impatient. We only go to the village to take our children to be taken care of by our old parents, so that we can go to Naivasha and Mombasa to go and twerk on Friday, twerk on Saturday, lift holy hands on Sunday, and then create a hangover on Monday, and then go twerking again on Tuesday, shisha on Wednesday, Thursday looking for mentors, and then Friday go and twerk and sleep around as if you're the best thing since sliced bread. Those are the young people. And then Saturday go troll people on social media. You cannot receive from that which you abuse.
Yeah.
I mean, young people are abusing leaders. They're abusing their parents.
Yeah.
Oh, nimemtumia mama yangu, baba yangu M-Pesa. They don't need you M-Pesa. What they carry is what you need.
True that.
The hand of blessing.
True that.
Yes, they may be smelling because they don't have hot water in the village.
Yeah.
You have a bathtub where you go with your slay queens and slay kings.
Yeah.
But the hand of blessing. These words, God bless you, from a parent, is more powerful than 1 million people lying to you they're praying for you. Because if 10,000 Christians tell you they're praying for you, only one is praying for you.
Oh my!
And it's not even your wife.
Hey, this man, sip some tea, man.
Let me sip some tea.
And by the way, you know, this applies not only just even to the young people, even for all other guys. As long as your folks are there, you better honor them.
Never dishonor. Even if your father is the one who every morning the villagers are saying the drunkard is on the ditch again, always cover your father's nakedness.
Yeah.
If your father pees on himself because of alcohol intake, carry him.
Yeah.
Take him, cover his nakedness.
Hey.
But young people now, with our noisy cars, and they're going and splashing on great. I mean, that's why we don't have leaders.
Yeah.
Because if you want to be a great leader, The first thing one of the most important things you must have, MC, is the ability to honor. And honor is not bank balance. Honor is not address. Honor is not car. Honor is value system.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My goodness.
If you can honor, you will go far. If you can honor.
Yeah.
Honor is lacking in this day and age.
That's true.
Honor is, do you know I met a young boy?
Yes.
These young boys, some of these young boys. Hey, Mr. Murathe, ulipoda. He says to me, ulilipo na serikali. I looked at this man, I said, this boy was about maybe 22. I said, I feel sorry for this kind of person.
Yeah.
Because he's going nowhere. He's going nowhere. If you cannot honor people who have scars.
Yeah.
By the way, my scars at my age is the launch pad of a 22-year-old to go far.
Wow.
But if you laugh at my scars, they will never speak for you.
They will never.
No. So we laugh at the scars of the people who have gone ahead of us.
Honor, I tell you.
It's lacking. Honor is in this country, we lack honor.
Yeah.
Go on Twitter.
It's crazy.
Go on Twitter.
Yeah.
You will see what
Speaking of which, you've brought in a subject, because I wanted to ask you this, because as I told you, it's a crazy time, leaders making tough decisions now. Is there a place for civil disobedience? And this is why I'm asking this question, because when you saw the people on the street saying, hey, our livelihoods are in jeopardy, you know, and you're locking us up, how are we going to survive? We had tried. I even saw a spiritual leader condemn the leadership of the country, saying, you know, you guys are to blame. You're all there doing your political rallies and everything else, and you're affecting our businesses now. Is there a place for civil disobedience for leaders?
I've got to be very careful how I answer that question.
Yes.
I'm a leader with some followers.
Go on.
What we got to understand, MC, two wrongs never make a right. We as spiritual leaders, church leaders, must speak out.
Yeah.
The entertainment industry every sector must speak out.
Yeah.
But there's something, I was at Big Ted's house playing darts the other day, or trying to play darts, and he says, government doesn't talk to individuals, government talks to groups.
Okay.
And that was a very powerful point. I think what we need to do is come together and show order and say, this is what you have done. Yeah. We think you should do it this way. Okay. And then people will listen. There has to be respectable banter to and fro, not trying to outdo each other. So we go as spiritual leaders, and I would support any spiritual leader who speaks. And then we go to government, and government says, this is why we have done this. Okay. And then we say, okay, fine, we understand. Yeah. And then, but why can't we try it this way? Not abusing each other, no. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, lovely. Time is up. My goodness.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man, we've done an hour now. But I must ask this question.
And I know the spiritual leader who spoke, a man I respect highly, to be honest with you.
No, if you listen to him, he had a lot of sense in what he was speaking, by the way.
I think it's people who took it out of context for clicks and likes. But he's a man that I know.
Okay.
Yes.
It's good to know that. So, this question, why is crisis and crisis preparedness important in leadership?
You spoke so fast, I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, sorry. Why
sip some tea, sip some tea first. Which one do you want?
Cinnamon, right?
No, tangawizi, because you need to go slow.
Because we have very few minutes. Tangawizi.
Okay.
Okay, so why
by the way,
is
I'm
crisis?
meeting my bishop after this.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, yes.
Please say hi to him. I want to be his friend.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
One of the greatest leaders you'll ever find.
If I'm getting all this wisdom from you and he has mentored you.
Yes, you can imagine. He's a great man. Bishop Moredi? My goodness.
No, I listen to him sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. So why is crisis and crisis preparedness important in leadership?
It's very important because when I was in college, I did something called the crisis management.
Yes.
What happens is, if, for example, today I have a daughter, and then my roof starts leaking. Yeah. And it's raining heavily and the ceiling is leaking. She'd look at me, Dad, what are you going to do about it? As a leader. She wouldn't say, okay, fine, let me sort it, then I'll talk to my leader. So we always have to be ready for anything as leaders, because every time there's a crisis, there'll be eyes on the leader.
That's true.
You understand? Like today, if the president says, I have a press conference at 1, the whole country will be there, because they are looking unto the leader to give direction. Even you as a father, your son. Let me ask you, and I hope I have permission to say, there's a time your son was not well. it was through your leadership that the boy is okay today.
Absolutely.
That was a crisis.
It was.
But you needed to be ready for that.
Yeah.
And when you're ready, you're like, okay, fine, what next? You went here, you went there. That's why the guy is there today. You understand what I'm saying? And you're bathing him yesterday, I think, when I tried calling him. By the way, he's a good father. And I emceed his wedding.
Yeah.
You'll MC mine, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will. When is it happening?
To be on a Saturday.
But my word. Man, I just hope the country would have opened up, man, because all these followers, we will all be there.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, and it's a Luya wedding. We must eat.
I know you have to eat. You have to eat. You know, Luyas eat to get tired. So say, we got to be, as leaders, we got to be ready. We got to be ready.
Yeah.
We got to be ready because every time there's a crisis, everybody looks unto us.
Okay.
And yes, sometimes we're scared, like leaders right now. That's why sometimes I'm not too hard on political leaders.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
This is new.
This is new.
Normally, if Africa is going through something, America can help, China can help, Europe can help. But the president of America is dealing with the same thing the president of Kenya is dealing with.
You're right.
So we are all trying to lead through dark waters. So you are looking me for help, guy. I'm going through what you're going through.
I'm also trying.
I'm trying to put vaccine into my people. So I don't even have enough to give you.
True.
You understand?
Yeah.
So let's cut some slack for leaders, political, church, corporate. We are all trying to it's like our right leg is on a banana peel and the left leg is on a slippery floor. So we are trying to balance. So don't blame me for not standing firm. Because there is corona here. There's an economic meltdown here. And I'm still trying to lead. And I'm scared as a leader. I'm really scared. But I cannot show you my tears because if I show you my tears, you will all collapse. So hold on to my jacket. Allow me not to turn back because you'll see my tears. You will see the worry on my face. So when you get to the finishing line, then I'll tell you, whoa, boy, this was a hard one. But we'll already have crossed on the other side. So it will be telling you why I was scared, but in a celebratory mood.
Nice. My goodness, how best to end this now? This conversation can't end. Because all my questions, I've only asked half of them.
Oh my goodness.
And
in other words, I talk too much.
No, you talk so rich.
Thank you.
That's better. Is it?
Thank you.
So Mercy Gathoni, loving the show. What is the place of humility in leadership? I know I'm still in arguments, just 2 minutes of just checking through the questions. What is the place of humility in leadership?
Very, very important, because humility will also say to the leader that I can hear to a junior from a junior. I can take correction with respect. Humility in a leader tells me that as the leader, I don't know everything. Humility tells me that you work for me, you work under me, you serve under me, but you may know something that I don't. And I'm willing to listen to you.
Okay.
If a leader is not humble, he's like a black man in a dark room winking at a black woman and expecting a reaction. Nothing will happen in his life.
Nothing. You get the punches sometimes you throw. All right, let me just read this, and thank you so much for the comment. There's so many. I may not be able to read all this. Thanks, Mike Monene. But this question, I think I thought I would just ask it on his behalf. On the digital planning and e-commerce business, what would you advise the young entrepreneurs venturing into this field? On business planning, digital planning and e-commerce business. What would you advise young entrepreneurs venturing into this field?
Is to prepare yourself. Standing like we are online right now. Assume you're in a boardroom. Somebody is watching.
Absolutely.
Now the problem is young people, and can I speak to them? Which camera can I look at? That one there?
This one.
Guys, there are like 75 cameras here. Here, these guys are dramatic. Some I'm sure are not even working, but it's fine. Now, to the young people, somebody's watching. Stop twerking. Stop hashtagging on shisha. Hear me. Opportunities are there. You have an idea, but you have no money. Watch this. Somebody else has money, but has no idea. Take your idea to somebody who has money and work together. So make sure as you churn out content on social media, the day you start twerking is the day a CEO will be watching, and you'll miss out.
Wow.
Sucking lollipop, calling yourself Beyonce, and your name is Trufosa.
True Foresight. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. People here. Hey, Naito Gituma, Deborah. Yeah, these punchlines are hitting us hard. Thanks a lot for that.
Naito is somebody you need to have on your show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Naito, you had it? Yeah. So we need to chat.
Yeah.
Follow me on MC Moments, then we'll have a conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You know, I know you have another appointment after this, so otherwise I would have extended this more. But a lot of comments as well. This has been a learning. I mean, I could read all this, and let's just assure the viewers, I will ensure that the questions directed to what he has spoken, he has responded in a way, so that at least you don't feel like you were left hanging, right?
Yeah.
So we will answer them.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Now, last word.
Yeah, last word. I want to give you a parting shot as we get to know who are we going to give this book.
Okay, wacha nipunguze na kimbelembele yangu. Sorry, I didn't know it was coming. But
no, it was coming. It was coming. It was coming. It was coming. So I have this book. You know what I want to do?
Right.
Right now, just give us your, what's the best way to do it? What have you learned?
Yes.
Let's just gauge on that. What have you learned? Put it on the comments right now, because somebody is going to work with the 365 with a coach.
And there's a mask off you can give as well.
And a mask off?
Yes.
My goodness. So 2 people. There you go. You have this made as is given as his parting shot. Straight to the camera.
Let me look at them.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and I've said this everywhere, and I'll keep on saying until the cows come home. Mm-hmm. Everybody watching us this morning, do you realize you're one day closer to your last day? Somebody right now is 35 breaths away from their last breath. Mm-hmm. And as I finished that statement, it has gone down to 18. There's somebody who doesn't realize they're 5 minutes away from their death. Some are 24 hours away from their death. But what you do before you die is what makes you count. What counts? What will you remember you for? Nobody knows the kind of car Nelson Mandela loved, but if you see and hear The Long Walk to Freedom, you will know who we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows the kind of watch Barack Obama loves, but if you hear Yes We Can, you will know who you're talking about. What will you be remembered for? Make it count. God bless.
Oh my goodness. What will you be remembered for? You know, we had a common brother who passed on, and somebody penned down an article on the Standard.
Yes.
That was so amazing.
Yeah.
That even hit hard on our leaders,
yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, my goodness.
Yeah.
So let me just get to the comments. I can see Margaret. Margaret was the first one to say that I have learned that leadership is not fighting but guiding.
Margaret should be given a book.
Margaret should take that.
In fact, Margaret, give her 1 365 with the coach and 1 mask off.
Hiya.
Yes. Get it to her.
Margaret, get on the DM. Write me how we can get this to you.
That sounds so bad. Yours. Get it on the DM. You know, sliding on the DM.
Oh, sliding.
No, it's okay.
Slide on the DM.
Santo is watching.
Santo is watching?
Yes. Great man.
Salute you, sir.
My friend for many years.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, there's one more book. There's one more because this is mine. Your autograph,
yes, that's
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry. They're more in the car.
They're more in the car.
Yeah.
But by the way, you know, I know you're giving, yes, but they're also available somewhere else. Where can they get them?
Textbook Center.
Okay.
Yes, and they can also contact you. Mm-hmm. They can slide into your DM.
Yeah, they can slide into my DM.
And we'll get the book to them.
Yeah, please slide into my DM.
Yes.
Yeah, I've gotten to learn how to use this word now. So there's one more. Let me see. Let me go to the business side. Okay, I'm going to give this to... so that was a lady, right? That you gave, right?
Yes.
2, right? So there's...
gender sensitivity.
Absolutely, yes. So there's a lady, the only lady who has commented here is Masi Gadoni, that I learned leadership.
Chianti.
No, this is actually on business.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, so I learned leadership cannot be without authenticity. So Masi Gadoni, autographed by the man himself. So just slide on the DM, let me know how we can reach out to you and get a book. Thanks for giving.
The hand that gives is a blessed hand.
There you go.
Just the way you go have a meal, if you don't go to the loo, you'll have constipation. For more to come in, you must release. Did I just say that?
Yeah, you just said that, man.
Please honor your parents. Honor your parents.
Yeah.
Honor your guardians.
Yeah.
Any person who has taken the position of a parent, honor them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never laugh at the scars of a leader, because your smooth face is the reason that man has a scar.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just hoping you will end that way, because I have noticed that a lot of your punchlines, they circle around food, man.
Yeah, I'm a lawyer.
You're
Being a Luo is an eating program. If you throw a stone in Luo in the Western Province, it's a posho meal that you'll hit.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, man.
I love my Luo people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do.
Yes. I love
and you're
people.
proud
I love
one.
people.
No, absolutely.
I love people.
No,
I just make fun of Luyas because I'm one.
You're one of
them. If I
them,
make fun of another tribe, I'll be bashed for being tribal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I love the fact that you're that. And you're authentic.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the conversation, and I hope you've gotten nuggets to all the people who have sent their comments. Sorry, I couldn't get, we didn't have many, but you can get some, of course, because Robert is also in business. So support him as well by buying the book. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Time is up. Please, I know it's a Good Friday, but some people in business are still working, so please go on working. We salute you. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next time, next Friday. Now, everybody has a different story when it comes to building a business. To some, it's never an easy task to partake. And to some, they have very good stories of how they started from scratch and built their empires to profitability. And that's the reason why Bizna Kenya and MC Moments have partnered to bring you Biz Talks. Biz Talks. And here we shall be hosting mentors, people who have gone ahead of us, people who have created these empires, people who have also on the verge of creating these particular big businesses. And these lessons will be valuable for you, the business person, for you, the aspiring business person, the entrepreneur, so that at least you can make wise decisions when it comes to building that business. So every Friday at 8 a.m. on all business platforms, that's the Facebook and YouTube channel, and of course MC Moments.